enemy.
Who do you love? Who do you
Attack
know?
of the
Who
show.
do you hate? It's the attack of the show. The attack of the poly music experience. Hi, my name's Ben.
My name is Michael.
Now you have known our voices, memorized them. This is the voice of Ben.
And they play in your head like music.
Oh no. We're going to play some music. We're going to play some, some sounds, some ambient soundscapes. Do you ever just listen to, what I've been listening to?
Ambient soundscapes?
Yeah, on Spotify. You ever do that where it's like waterfalls and the beach sounds and traffic in the rain? Traffic in the rain is pretty good.
Traffic in the rain?
You know what I mean? When you're sleeping.
I can hear it now.
When you're sleeping.
Okay.
They got all kinds of... First, I just was listening to rain. Then I start getting into it, finding some better rain. Some good, juicy rain. Sometimes there's thunder. Sometimes there's not.
That wet.
Sometimes it's... I found one that was like a hurricane.
Really?
Yeah.
And that kept you at peace?
It was cozy to sleep to, because when you're hearing that, you want to be cooped up inside cozy. It's just intense rain and thunder,
Away from the hurricane. I understand that.
So it's different. It's not music.
No.
That's what our voices are going to do, though.
Yes.
Our voices are similar to when you listen to the waves on a beach all night and it puts you to sleep. Makes you have to pee your pants. What do you mean by that?
I don't know. Unless you decide. You want me to record some noises? Yeah, well, I can record some noises for you.
Is it like ASMR or is it like the lullaby core stuff or what?
Lullaby core?
Yeah, we talked about that. Where they redo
yeah.
the heavy metal albums.
Popcore.
Like the lullaby ones where they do it with like xylophones and
quiet.
Yes.
Is that what they call that?
I don't know.
Lullaby
Maybe not.
core?
That's what I call it now.
Okay. I like that.
Does it put you to sleep?
I will.
Don't listen to it while you're driving.
Okay. Well, that's
or while
I'll
operating
listen to
heavy machinery.
Rain and the traffic in the rain while I'm driving.
No, it's too cozy.
Okay. Hey, maybe you're onto
You'll
something.
Just
there.
curl up in a ball and fall asleep. The car will just crash.
Okay. Well, I have some things to look up then. But today we are stealing society. And we're very tentative about it.
Mm-hmm. Tentatively, let's steal the society back from this podcast. Okay, we have stolen it. It is now a System of a Down podcast. Society will be... So what's this about? Two skies watching. It's all fading. Two skies living. Two skies. Well, who are the two skies?
The two guys?
Two skies. We're doing Hypnotize.
Yes.
By System of a Down, our favorite metal alternative band. We're doing the track Stealing Society. We're doing the track Tentative.
Yes, their 5th studio album.
Who are the two skies fading, one abating? Two skies.
Well, arguably, it's about drug abuse.
Cracks, pipes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Possibly gang violence contributing to, our society slowly going off a cliff, more or less. Thus, Stealing Society, a great title for a System of a Down track.
Yeah, great song. Great title.
It is not a song that they play in live shows.
Mm-hmm.
I think Darren's rapping in this particular track probably makes it a little difficult with the airflow there. So I assume that's problematic. But yeah, Stealing Society.
This is a great song. It's another song where they're telling you a story. It's another song where they've got the different sections that are like kind of different riffs, different styles kind of slammed together. You got the two different vocalists doing different stuff, not just singing the same thing, actually doing the call and response. This is a cool one, dude. This is like classic. This is one of the ones I always remember. Stealing Society, it's just the perfect album track. Like the riff bangs, it all bangs. I remember showing this to someone. I think it might have been your brother. It might not have been, but it was like that same era where I was like, this one has really cool like crazy lyrics. And it was the part at the beginning where it's just like, yeah, all right. And so they assumed I was being like ironic and that was the only lyrics in the song. And they just started cracking up. They're like, yeah, great lyrics. And then, by the time it gets to the rest of it, we're like, oh, okay, I get what you're saying. Like, I thought it was just going to be that.
Yeah. Crack pipes, needles, PCP, and fast cars kind of mix really well in a dead movie star. When I feel like talking, I never be wrong. If I feel like walking, you best come along. It's solid. It's fun.
The two skies, the two suns, it must be like your choice, like the two different futures. You can go down the drain, you can get lost in old school Hollywood baseball, or you can, I guess, I don't know what. Do they present the alternative? Because if he dies, he dies, blah, blah, blah. Two sons fighting. They don't really present an alternative, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's just the evil side in this song.
Yeah,
which is
kind
what
of
you
a
know.
lose-lose.
So I don't know why it says 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and then it's only the one side of the coin.
Yeah, the only speculation I could find was, like I said, possible gang violence, which is not necessarily a common theme, but violence just in general is for System of a Down. We do have the part later in the, I guess it's kind of the chorus, just, referencing motherfuckers, but looking for a mother that will get me high, just a stupid motherfucker. If I die, I die. And just reading into the use of mother at times, I'm not always sure if it's referencing a fool or a motherfucker, or if that's a symbolism for literal mother in another sense, and possibly, some kind of upraising that went astray or something like that. But, maybe not. Maybe I'm reading too far into that. But that is, of course, repeated over and over. Just a stupid motherfucker. If I die, I die. Yeah, I'm looking for a mother that we high.
Yeah, he doesn't care if he dies. It's just, when you're just looking for kicks, you don't even care. You just want that next high, that next anything. It's a crazy song. I always thought it was like kind of epic song. It goes the whole gamut of, it's like Sugar almost, where it's like 3 different phases or 3 different sides of insanity, or 3 different, maybe it's just hour to hour to hour of this crazy guy's life, but it still shows kind of just at least 3 different chapters with the different riffs. I like the different voices, man. They kill it. They knock it out of the park. This is exactly what we want to hear for them. This is one that I need on my mixtape.
Really?
Yes.
This was your sneaker.
I'll never forget this one. This was my favorite one on Hypnotize. I just thought it was so cool. All right, that is epic. I'm a midnight fist fight, epic. And I forgot to mention this on the last episode, but we actually had the censored, edited version of this album at first. The version of so Kill Rock and Roll, quite a bit of cussing in that, quite a bit of cussing in this, where it just completely switches the rhythm of the song. And also She's Like Heroin coming up later, but all 3 of those, it's just so central to the actual rhythm and melody that when I finally heard, I knew what he was saying in the scrubbed part, but when I heard the unedited versions later, it just sounded so different and so rhythmically different, because it just had those they just scrubbed, it was just a pause. Like they didn't have a bleep or anything.
Right.
I think it was just silent on just the vocal track, probably.
Which really screws you up when you're listening to it.
So when you listen back now to the unedited or whatever, it screws up my brain, because I'm so used to having him pause and not say some of these words. Well, why did we? That's just what you were downloading. You're like, well, I guess I'll down. We were still 2005. I was freshman in high school, so
yeah. I think this was, I got it from somewhere. But yeah, it was certainly the edited version.
Maybe that's what the library had.
I think it's what the deal was. Can't be too explicit at the library if there's an edited version available.
They go for that one. They don't even do it anymore. But that's what they would do, yeah. Like Walmart would always carry the edited version if it existed. But now I'm pretty sure they don't do 2 versions, but Walmart sells like the new M&M stuff and all that, and it's just as dirty.
Just as dirty.
Twice as
nasty.
Just as nasty.
I'm not sure if I got Mesmerized edited or not, too, because the song Pornography is literally
how do you even do some of those?
The cocaine
this
song.
Makes me feel like I'm
on cocaine.
Not on drugs.
Yeah, I just X that out of the back of the album so you can't see it.
Let's let it rip. Here's Stealing Society. So I gave it the S. What are you going to give it?
I gave it a solid C+.
Ooh. Defend yourself. I've harped on it enough. Just not doesn't hold together for you type of thing, or what?
Yeah, I wish we had a little bit more writing. I wish I knew a little bit more of where we were going on this journey here. Some of the other stuff has a little bit more actual symbolism, or we could see that the song and the writing kind of match up. It's kind of, even in Lost Hollywood, it felt like we were wandering around throughout that song.
Very wandering.
Attack feels very aggressive, like we are getting attacked in our ear holes. This is just not in my upper echelon. It's not my top replays. It's very okay. Maybe I marked it a little too far down, but I'm sticking with a C+. right now. I'm just not necessarily actively searching it.
I would be actively searching. I have certainly actively participated in searching. No, definitely. It's definitely one I go back to. It's one that I think of. It's one that I want this one to have a music video. It doesn't. I want this one could be a funny one. Instead of one about war. Again, a cartoon. Let's do it. What should we do? It's just a guy. No, you know those movies, Crank the movie, and Crank 2 the movie, and probably more.
Too cranked.
Too cranked to spank.
Yeah.
Too cranked to thank.
Yeah.
And too tanked to thank.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, just that. Just put like a guy in a truck, like a crappy truck, driving around, causing chaos. Like GTA, but like the guy from GTA that's like a hillbilly. Trevor, I think. Trevor from GTA. Driving around.
Okay.
Two skies watching. It all fading. Two skies living. That can all be like the sun and the moon are fighting, and it's like the angel on his shoulder and the devil on his shoulder and the moon and the sun, but he's just like a psycho. So he doesn't even care.
Psycho, groupie, cocaine crazy.
And then verse 2, where it says all the drugs. He's just like going in and out of clubs, in and out of the truck, just like driving on back roads, crashing into stuff, and just going from one meth house to the next. He robs a bank. Let's start there.
Okay, bank robbery.
It starts with the very first he runs out of the bank. Then it's him hitting every meth house that he's ever heard of. In all the different parts. Like some of them are out in the country, like hillbilly. Some of them are like deep in the ghetto meth house. Like all the different sides of the stealing of society.
Okay.
And he blows the million in cash and it just gets higher and higher and higher and higher until he dies. And it shows like every different gangster that he has to deal with.
What if it's also robbing good things? What if it's a mix? So he is all the propaganda and the evil we get from outside influences, but he's robbing the good. So he is the physical manifestation.
Is he Robin Hood? He's robbing the rich to feed the poor. Is he Robin the Hood?
He has to be bad though. He has to be all the negative influence.
Yeah, extra bad.
Right? So if you are... So he's like...
He doesn't care if he dies.
He's like robbing little children of their vegetables, right? Because you get all your fast food advertisements, and he's... I don't know. Maybe it could be sci-fi too. Like he's reaching to your head and pulling out your own thoughts and replacing them with little cubes of something else.
Dang.
He's going from home to home, pulling out your original thoughts
your
and
cubes?
putting in... Yeah, your cubes. He's pulling your cubes out, man.
Dude, don't touch... Leave... Hey, teacher. Leave them cubes alone.
Yeah, leave them cubes alone, man.
Ugh.
All right. So we've had very different thoughts on Stealing Society and the last track that we covered as well, which was Hypnotize, of course, the lead track.
Yeah,
interesting.
That's funny.
Okay.
So
I laughed
we'll
a little, just like a touch.
We don't... But do you even remember?
It's like a C. It's like a C laugh.
See, he laughed. I bet you don't remember which one Tentative is.
Nope.
See, that's a problem.
Okay.
So we'll see. Let's tentatively,
let's be
actively. Let's turn this passive energy into kinetic energy, into frenetic energy,
into
frenetic
listen
energy,
and be tentative on our grades for a second
here. Let's do a re-listen, a recalibration. All right, here we go. It's recalibration on the Polymuse train. I remember it now.
It's not bad. I mean, that part's not. I don't.
The where you expect us to go.
I love
the
back
ball.
vocals.
Yeah, there's a lot of good choral in the bridge of Tentative.
I love choral. I love water. I love deep sea.
Let's
stuff.
list some things he likes. These are a few of his favorite things.
Choral.
He loves choral.
Water.
And deep sea
weird
stuff.
sea creatures.
Weird sea creatures and
good vocals.
Good vocals.
Instrumentals. And we have a good mix of that here, really.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it.
No,
but
there's nothing right
great
with
it.
It's a lot of it.
No one's gonna say. If they sang, dude, it would be better if Darren sang less. Serge would stand out more.
Yeah.
They're both singing the same note again.
Yes.
They're not harmonizing.
No. Yeah.
It's
overlapping.
okay. I like the riff at the beginning, and it's cool that they've done the trick 100 times where they go to really, really chill for the
All tricks
the
and no
bridge.
treats. Yeah.
Where do you expect us to go when the bombs fall's good? That's a good hook.
Yeah.
That's scary. It's one you feel. It's like a piece of classical music almost at that point where it's like an uncomfortable, it's not a chorus. It's not even the chorus. It's the bridge, but it's the best hook in the song.
And the ending vocals, just the last couple notes are really great. And it's supposed to be written from the perspective of folks being bombed, I believe. Serge himself, of course, comes from an area that was bombed in Armenia, unfortunately, in a war-torn country, unfortunately. So writing from a different perspective is interesting, but you can't even always make out what's going on lyrically, and it kind of sucks because it's kind of just lost in the sauce a little bit here.
They got to title their stuff better. They can't just title something Tentative and then you don't know which one is Tentative.
Where are you going? To the bottom? Do you hear us? We are rotting. That's, in the right context, that's certainly a very emotional song. But this is just
We Are
aggressive.
Rotting.
Well, this could be a stripped down emotional track. You could still do your attacking, very aggressive choruses with your more emotional verses.
It should be called Where You Expect Us to Go.
Ceremonies have killed religions, for they provide the mass comforts
Is
to
that in there?
delusionals. They're all in fright. Yeah, but you didn't know it, did you?
No.
You sure as hell didn't.
No.
Yeah, this is...
It's hard to sing along to some of that.
No. Yeah, well, yes.
Yeah.
No, it's not easy to sing along. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah, it is.
No, yeah. No, yeah. Yes, it's difficult to sing along with, but...
No, this is not a terrific song.
It had elements in the writing of being a more emotional track and a more personal meaning.
But you're going to give it a C+, aren't you?
I'm going to give it a C.
I give it a C+.
Okay.
It gets the guitar playing's really good. That's the plus.
Okay. I just feel like we had a missed opportunity for a nice, more emotional song here from System of a Down. As a result, we have something with real writing and real thought and real ties to the band, and you don't know what the fuck they're ever saying in this track. You can't sing with it. Sing with it. You can head bob.
Yeah, it's a pogo in one. You would pogo to this, but you would do that to like 10 other songs.
Yeah.
From Toxicity and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. And there's just, I don't know, half of it's forgettable banging and not emphasizing, not any different than a lot of stuff they do. So I don't know. I'm talking myself down on this one, actually. I don't know. If it's on, I'm not skipping it, but I'm not searching for it either. And I'm actually just more disappointed in that this could have gone different directions.
If it was on, you would be like, is this a Steal This Album song? Who cares?
Well, my thought would be, man, it sounds like something important is being discussed here, and I don't know what. And this is not the right tone.
Yeah, but
I mean, we could still talk about the destruction of people and sadness and that kind of thing, certainly, as they often do from this more aggressive perspective. But the bridge instrumentally is awesome, but the whole song should be like that.
Yeah, I know. They should just do that. That's better than the rest of it.
Yeah.
Guys, my name's Polymuse. This is Molly Pews. And we're going to tell you a couple more things about System of a Down over the next couple months or weeks or whatever this is. But we're almost there, dude.
Making it through the whole discography here on our second season. Please like us, 5-star us,
Don't
follow
hate us. Follow us.
Give us your thoughts,
Pray for
your
us.
opinions.
Send us money. Give us money.
Hope. All right.
Okay.
We'll spin with you next time.